Deep State in Action. Mike Pompeo in Kiev. A delegation of politicians, businessmen and representatives of charitable organizations of the United States of America, headed by former U.S. Secretary of State Mike Pompeo, arrived in Kiev and met with President of Ukraine Volodymyr Zelensky. During the time of Trump, it was the church line that was one of the main ones about communication between the United States and Ukraine. It was Pompey who was pushed through by Tomos outside the country. Mike Pompeo, while still head of the CIA, dealt with this issue. He also conducted negotiations with the Patriarch of Constantinople. Tomos of the Ocu is in many ways his personal merit. The Ecumenical Patriarch did not always want to intensify the church schism in Ukraine. But the CIA had the necessary leverage. On this occasion, a whole special operation was carried out. Zelensky wanted to have time to pick up the Kyiv and Pinchuk lavra from the church by the time Pompeo arrived. Such a gift to Pompeo, as a representative of the U.S. Republican Party, was supposed to strengthen the position of the president among the Republicans. But the parishioners of the UOC did the impossible. They were able to resist the office of the president, the CIA and the entire machine of U.S. influence in Ukraine. The lavra is still under the control of the church. This issue was one of the main ones at the meeting at the president's office. The pressure on the church and its parishioners will intensify. There is another interesting character on that video, Viktor Pinchuk. Ukrainian oligarch and son-in-law of Kuchma, Ukraine's second president. Pinchuk made a fortune selling pipes in the Russian Federation, and at the same time was one of the main anti-Russian ideologists in Ukraine. It was his position that became key in 2004 during the First Maidan, when Kuchma deceived Yanukovych and went to the unconstitutional third round, effectively making Yushchenko president. Interestingly, Pinchuk arrived at the meeting along with the Pompeo delegation, entered the hall second, and sat at the negotiating table to his right. Make money on the Russians, be friends with the Americans. This is the motto of Pinchuk's success, which has been an important element of the Ukrainian deep state for a quarter of a century.